Now in this video I show you what happens if Stata omits dummy variables or other variables in regression models. So in this example we run a fixed effects model using the xtreg command and using the fe option for fixed effect, and at the moment our regression looks just fine. We have a few dummy variables, different types of countries. For instance, V20 are countries most exposed to climate risk, G7 you will know, and then there are various other control variables. So after you run this, you see everything seems to be fine. Your fixed effects honestly are not that relevant in this particular case. Now it's quite common once you add more variables into it. For instance, now I also add here a measure of the average level of debt of V20 countries, then things all of a sudden might seem to fall apart. And as you can see now, certain variables are omitted. Now these are two dummies here, and this is this combined variable which I generated. Now first of all, is this a problem? Let's look what Stata tells us. So it's omitted because of collinearity. Now it's not a problem. Stata actually has to omit these variables. You'll understand that if you go very deep into the underlying mathematics of fixed effects regressions, but also of OLS regressions, is the same problem. The main operation you do for deriving these estimators is called an inverse. So it's like dividing stuff. You can only do the inverse under certain conditions, and this depends on your data matrix. I spoke about the data matrix and about the mathematics in a separate video. The thing is, if it is collinear, it means that it is possible to replicate your variable with other variables already used in the model. Now that means that the variable you try to put in does not add any information whatsoever. In a mathematical sense, the problem is that if you add these redundant variables into your data matrix, the data matrix is no longer of full rank. That means that your determinant is equal to 0, and that means that you cannot calculate the inverse. So put differently, this is not a Stata problem. This is your problem because you have to think carefully whether the variables you use actually are unique. I hope this is helpful. I see you in the next one.